want to taste some Montana? Beer tasting, which is one of our absolute favorites.
It's a good excuse.
Yes, we're at the Kettlehouse today, sampling some beers and pairing it with chocolate. What's the name of our chocolate company?
Montana Chocolate Company out of the big city of Stevensville.
I know.
About 25 miles south of where we are right now.
You guys would absolutely love her little chocolate boutique. It's tiny, but it has lots of personality, lots of chocolate. I don't know, I just thought it was cute, that's all.
I think it was just a lot of chocolate. Ooh, this place is awesome. This is my favorite place ever.
So we decided to bring our favorite chocolate place and combine it with our favorite beer place.
Yeah.
So
And
2 for 1.
2 for 1. So we're going to do a little tasting, and we're going to nerd out just the teeniest, weeniest bit.
He's responsible.
I'm responsible.
So apologies in advance if you're not a beer nerd.
Beer
If you're
nerd.
not a beer nerd. But he's a beer nerd also. But this is a good excuse for people to learn about pairing at the same time. I mean, you can really get into it.
Well, and the good thing is it might force you out of your wheelhouse. You have
Exactly.
a beer,
Like, if you're bored with your beer and don't really know what's what, you can appreciate beer the way beer aficionados do, and then know what things enhance the flavor of beers.
Exactly.
And next time you're at the brewery or the bar, you can brag a little bit.
There you go. So it used to be when you paired beers with food, it was the old thing with the 3 C's. Compare, contrast, and complement.
Yeah.
I read a thing, and now I'm kind of adjusting the 3 C's. It's compare, contrast, and cut.
So is that for pairing?
For pairing. So, when you compare, is you're getting similar flavors. So
once
honey with honey,
okay.
sweet with sweet.
So it enhances.
Yeah. Contrast, think like a sweet, like Chinese sweet and sour.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour. Okay, there's a contrast, and those work together. The other used to be complementary, so you got complementary flavors.
I would stand with complementary flavors.
Complementary is like roast with meat. Dark roasty beers with meat. There's kind of an umami thing going on there.
Sure.
But the idea with cut is you're trying to get beers that actually cleanse the palate for the food.
So what's been replaced with cut?
Complement is kind of gotten rolled into contrast.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just about to say it sounds
Yeah.
like complement. It sounds a lot like
Yeah.
contrast.
Kind of got rolled in. So now we're doing the cut or cleanse for our 3rd C. So I've kind of tried to pair these in a way that we're going to hit all 3 of those C's with the different flavor of these beautiful little chocolate truffles from the Montana Chocolate Company. So the first beer we're going to start with is honey Hefeweizen. So you're thinking something that has, the Hefeweizen, so you got those banana and coral flavors with honey. And the first chocolate we're going to pair that with is her German chocolate truffle. So that's that first round one.
Okay.
And
So by her you mean Caitlin?
Caitlin. Sorry, Caitlin. So
Caitlin, who owns that cute boutique that I would love to have, honestly. It's kind of adorable.
it was a really cute little place.
Obviously, he's a guy, so he kind of doesn't get it.
Yeah, I get to. So next thing we're doing the pairing, you're appreciating the beer first.
Yeah?
Then we have a bite of the food, and then we have another sip of beer.
Do you want to go first?
You go first. No, you go first. Yeah. Sweet.
I think it's more towards.
Oh, okay. And then try
Well,
it.
I can tell it's a
Take a
very.
bite. Well, I keep the glass with you because you're going to need it.
Yeah. Take a bite.
Take a bite. Oh, take a real bite. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Ah, shit.
Now try it with the beer as you're chewing. All right. So I was figuring if while one person is trying it, the person that had it first will talk about it.
Okay. Do you wanna?
I'll just eat off of that.
I don't know. Show people the inside of this chocolate.
Yeah.
So there's a layer of honey and surrounded by a dark chocolate truffle.
Yep.
That's a truffle inside. So truffle, honey, and chocolate on the outside.
I actually think that's caramel pecan for German chocolate cake.
Oh, you're right.
I think it's caramel.
Yeah, okay. It didn't get quite as light as the honey,
Yeah.
but that's the only thing I
All right. Now I gotta remember my own rules.
I love that, by the way. It's not too sweet. It's not sickeningly sweet at all. Very savory. Just enough sweetness. It's not as aesthetically pleasing as the rest. It's not like it's not attractive. It sure is, but I wouldn't have picked it made as my first pick if I were in the store to buy it. I'd probably go for
It's not decorated.
yes,
fancy.
but it sure tastes awesome.
Awesome. So this
Now I know.
is an example of compare. So it's sweet with sweet. Is what I was going for.
Oh yeah.
Now see,
Chicken
I,
and French toast.
I perceived the honey half as sweet. Ooh.
I thought it was sour.
All right. All right. So
Maybe it's because I'm a sour person.
now we have
So
one more.
everything tastes sour.
Sour. We have one more chocolate to go with the honey half. We'll go back to that. But for the next one, we have her huckleberry cream truffle, and we're pairing that with Kettlehouse's blender house.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Do you want me to
So
go first this
for-
time? Or you go first?
You go first while I talk. For those of you that haven't heard about huckleberry, it's our state's unofficial fruit. It's about the size of blueberry, looks like a blueberry, a lot smaller, tastes hard, grows only wild, and it's hand-picked, which is why it's a lot more expensive than other fruits that you can find at the grocery store. It's a very subtle flavor. May I?
I think you did. I just want to show the inside. So you have that, it's kind of that truffly huckleberry filling with the white chocolate.
So we are working on giving you guys a huckleberry jam too.
Yes. You're first.
Ah, sorry.
Forgot the rules.
I'm already going after the
You're already going after the chocolate, but forget it.
How was the beer? What's this one?
No, it's the blender batch. So it's a sour.
Yes.
Yeah.
It tastes sour to me.
Now, the reason why I put the huckleberry for the sour is when you get Blender Weiss in Germany, oftentimes they put raspberry syrup in the beer and it's served. So the huckleberry is kind of taking the place of the raspberry syrup, is the idea.
And honestly, I usually go for dark beers in winters.
Yeah.
Like I go for barrel aged Russian imperial stouts. So, but if in the winter, if you give me chocolate, I'd probably prefer that.
Yeah.
I'll probably prefer it over my regular.
Have it. That one's, you want to end it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know. Do you want to end this chocolate?
Well, we can save it for. Maybe we can
Maybe. So next, we're going to go back into your wheelhouse. You were just mentioning barrel aged.
Is that barrel aged?
The last two beers are both whiskey barrel aged, but they're different beers. This beer is a cold smoke whiskey barrel aged, and we are going to
So cold smoke barrel aged.
barrel aged.
Everyone probably knows about cold smoke.
It's like the Montana beer.
I know.
Some will say
Everyone-
moose gruel, but I think it's cold smoke.
Yeah, as soon as we talk about Montana beer, people either say moose gruel or cold smoke,
Yep.
which is why I'm kind of tired of it.
Well,
But if it's barrel
This
aged,
is the barrel aged
it's going to
version.
catch my attention.
We are pairing this with salted caramel. So you have this barrel aged, rich, heavy beer with the salted caramel. So what do you think you're doing there? You're actually doing two things. You're actually doing two of the three
So
C's,
mad.
and contrast because the salt with the sweetness of the beer. So there's going to be a contrast and
What
a
was the
complement.
fourth one we just learned? Cuts?
Which
Are
is
we at
cleanse.
cut yet?
We
Oh.
will be. We will be.
I thought these were cuts as well.
Well, there's always
Because-
a portion. It's just primarily
Because
the idea.
this definitely cuts the sourness down in these two, and vice versa. So it cuts down the sweetness.
And remember, there's no wrong. It's your perception.
Yeah, but I think the lines are fuzzy. They're not cut.
Oh, they're not.
Like what's complementary could also be a cut.
Sure, and I think like this one's going to be a good example of that, where I think it's going to have both complement and compare and contrast.
Okay. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, go for it. And there's your beer. Yeah, right.
Oh,
Go ahead.
nice. That is whiskey.
Yep.
Ooh, lots of whiskey.
Yeah, this thing comes in at nearly 9%, so she's a
Wanna
heavy
drink
dough.
it?
I'll have it. I'll have some.
Yeah.
So make sure you get some of that salt. I think that's going to be important with this beer. So the idea is that saltiness with the richness, I think will help cut through the beer a little bit, the whiskey a little bit. Not a biggest fan of this one. Okay, we got 2 chocolates paired with this beer, so let me try it, and then we'll go on to the other one and see maybe if it improves.
You forgot.
Do as I say, don't do as I do. You know what? I'm with you. It doesn't work as well as that. The chocolate is delicious. The beer's delicious. The two together.
The two together don't work.
You know what? I'm gonna call an audible. Let's cheat, and we're gonna move ahead
Yeah.
to our 4th beer, which is the key lime milkshake.
Yeah.
So this is gonna have that fruity with the caramel,
Yeah.
and keep in lime and salt. Maybe it's like a
To tell
Corona
the
thing.
truth,
Here.
all the beers we've liked with chocolate so far had a sour, hint of sour in the
Yeah,
flavor profile, which goes very well with sweet. I think that's the key so far,
And this is their key lime milkshake.
which is what this didn't have.
Right.
This is already sour too.
You get like a Corona lime and salt thing with it.
Better
Here.
than this,
Yeah.
but not as good as the first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, since we called audible, we're going to go back to the barrel aged cold smoke. And the next chocolate from Montana Chocolate Company we have is their French vanilla cappuccino truffle.
okay.
So
French vanilla. This might go with the barrel aged.
yeah, so give her a shot. Let us know what you think. It's but it's kind of fun of like, doing the food tasting or food pairings and beer, but they don't always work out. So that's kind of the fun of it. Sometimes things they really work, and sometimes they don't go.
Remember the time you had a party at brewery and you poured beer and then the rim was
I
chocolate?
did. Yeah, I did chocolate rim,
When there was chocolate on the side.
Yep.
That worked.
and that was Scotch ale that I did that with. How's that? Much better?
Better.
All right. And once again, this is the French vanilla cappuccino. Cappuccino.
By the way, so far the chocolates have been excellent. I mean, they would hold on their own. You don't need to pair it with a beer. May I say that?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that because Caitlin's awesome, but I'm saying it objectively.
Yeah. This I love because you get the whiskey up front, and then all of a sudden it's like this rush of this
Yeah.
this vanilla cappuccino thing. Yeah, this is
Oop.
that is so good together. All right,
Are you?
so let's go back to our honey.
What about this guy?
We're saving that guy.
Are we?
Yes, I'm saving that guy. We're going to go back to our honey hef, and what we have this time is another huckleberry truffle. The first one was a huckleberry cream. This is just a huckleberry truffle.
So this, what's that?
Nope, with this.
Really?
With the honey Hefeweizen.
Boy, the beer got to me quick because
It's a little
we
bit-
were just working out and I haven't eaten. So basically a couple sips and I'm
V-
there.
Vida 3 sips is back in action.
Oh shit, I really like this one.
The huckleberry cream on the inside.
Just the beer itself. Have it.
How's that work? This has like 4 H's or 3 H's: huckleberry, honey, and Hefeweizen. Maybe
These
that's
are
it.
the two beers to have beer with chocolate. And honest truth, I thought it was going to be a dark beer. That would go best. But the half and
That's really. It almost seems like it's actually a dish, like something that was prepared. You want the last sip?
yeah.
You can have the last bite.
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
All right. Let's go with the last chocolate. This is what she calls her Simply Montana truffle. So she told us what was in it. I probably forgot. So this is going to be a mystery, and we are going to have this with the key lime milkshake IPA again. I have
You know
no
what
idea.
we should do since we have the most of this beer left? We'll try the same beer with the.
Okay, we can
See
do it.
which
Yeah.
one works best.
All right, perfect. I have no idea which of the 3 C's this is going to be because I didn't know what was in here.
Yeah.
So
You know what? I just like to.
drink beer and eat chocolate.
Yes, I don't need to know that.
But the chocolates are just really
This
good.
is nice too.
Yeah.
So Kettlehouse Brewery. Nice beer so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's that? It doesn't work for you? Try it with the whiskey barrel and see if that works for you. Did we find one that works? You're still going back? Just keep working your way down the line. I see what you're doing. Oh, this one's too hard. This one's too soft. This one's just right. It works.
Slightly sour flavors.
Works really well.
Yeah. These, like always, the other ones would be experimental, but if you're ever at a brewery, so pick your sour tasting beers, and it'll
For your palate,
most likely will pair with the chocolate.
for your palate, you're really digging the sour, the Berliner Weiss, which is a mild sour. It's not, it's a sour, which just means it has a different bug than.
So
brewers.
I like all her chocolates, but the huckleberries kind of blew my mind. So maybe we can ask her to give us more huckleberry to make them available for online selling.
I think that's a good idea.
Huckleberry.
We're already getting in there with it.
Yeah, I'm serious. I mean, everything is awesome, but I think huckleberry is that's right.
You are so right. The Berliner Weiss with all these chocolates.
Yeah,
I got chocolatey fingers.
I know, same here.
It was awesome. The key lime's a great beer. Did not work with any of the chocolate.
No, it
Because
didn't.
I thought I was trying to do a fruit thing, but it's a standalone.
I mean, it might work in theory, but
But I would think I gotta go back to the good thing about doing this with two quality products. Is you just don't know. Everybody's palate is different. Where I may think, oh, those are two similar flavors. You may go, no, they're totally different. You know, they're
but so far we kind of have agreed on
in general. Yeah.
And we didn't think this didn't play well with it.
It didn't play well with it.
And I was expecting the opposite.
So maybe, maybe if she had a chocolate, putting out feelers to her, if there was a whiskey flavored chocolate with the whiskey and the beer, maybe that whiskey on whiskey.
Considering the size of that little boutique, I am sure she has.
She has a whiskey flavor.
Yeah. So maybe we should get some beer flavor or alcohol flavor.
And try them with barrel aged beers.
Maybe it's doable. Maybe it's not.
We're starting on our holiday weight game right now.
I know.
We are taking an early shot.
Okay. Right off the bat, halfway through, I was thinking I gotta go home and do some jumping jacks.
I have half a chocolate. Stop it. You're fine.
Well, I'm done. Well, I was gonna say I don't eat a lot of chocolate, but I think I'm willing to break my rule for these.
For these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your final verdict on Montana Chocolate Company?
Excellent, fabulous, fantabulous. Just every single one's been very, not surprisingly good. Surprisingly good.
Yeah.
And my favorites, not favorites, Huckleberry because it's mostly associated with our state. They seem to all work well with sour beers.
Well, that sounds perfect. Well, what do you say we finish off these chocolates and maybe have another pint 3 sips before we head back
Another
home?
pint? Holy shit.
Okay, how about we...
I'm already a little bit...
I get to have another pint.
Well, do you want to do the pint that you get and with...
Yeah, we'll do an experiment amongst ourselves.
We've got a couple of bites left.
And how about we don't put it in this video, but how about we report on that later?
That's fine.
Alrighty.
Okay. Alright, so this has been a tasting from the Taste of Montana.
Yep.
Vida and Radd. We represent the Taste of Montana, and we represent our great, fantastic
State of Montana
producers.
Yes.
So small producers who produce products day in, day out.
Like Montana Chocolate Company.
Turn out their handmade products, small local businesses who don't really have the time for marketing. So we're happy to step in and help them out.
Help them out.
Yeah.
All right. So we're all finished?
All finished.
Except for that secret pint.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys later.